dead singers and stuff, and you know, they just put them out forever, and they only live the part of their life that's on the stage, and they don't have any other social life. Very complicated.
Well, now talking about that, you're coming back to Mexico. That it's a great news. Ozzy, what could be your biggest memory of Mexico beside obviously the show?
I remember the first time I went to Mexico and the airport was like swarming with fans.
Yeah.
And they chased us all down the road. Great audience, and they're loco.
The Loco. Do you have plans to do a release of a Loco train?
No. Somebody in Mexico's already done loco train.
Yeah, of course. And what do you think that make a special Latin American crowd?
Music, they love music.
I think everybody from Latin America has always had music in their life. Mexican music or South American music or samba or whatever from Brazil, or you know, they always have singing and dancing as part of the culture, and I think that's why they're responsive to every kind of music.
Now, obviously right now, internet, the social networks are really important to promote the music. How hard was for you to start going into the internet?
I can't work a computer. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. Easy with computer whiz.
It surprised you the way that it took music promotion?
Yeah, in one way it's good, in another way it's horrible because everybody's got the cell phones. When you do a live show now, everybody's there with the cell phones and they're not really concentrated on the actual what's happening around them. I think and then they post it on the internet, you get this really awful sounding thing from an iPhone or something. And it's sort of, I think in some ways it spoils the surprise of people who are going to the next show. Because if you can see what the band's doing from the previous show on the internet, it sort of makes the surprise go away.
Now talking about the music of this new album, it surprised me that, of course, it has like the key and the things that a lot of people like about Black Sabbath, but it's also in a current way, like you hear the songs and you don't hear like old songs, you hear like songs from Black Sabbath, but in 2013. How hard was to find that balance?
Well, I think because we started out with that in mind, with Rick Rubin's thing in mind, but to sound not heavy metal, to go back to the roots, and that's you know what we were aware of. We didn't want to parody ourselves and just do complete rip-offs of the first 3 albums or something. We wanted to have the spirit of the albums, but at the same time update the sound, and that's what we aimed for.
Now I'm gonna ask you, each one of you, one person that were really important in your life, and tell me what did you admire most about it. Start with Ozzy, obviously Randy Rhoads.
Yeah, but it was just it's been in my in my life I've seen like Hendrix and people come into this earth and they don't stay very long. But Randy was like a great musician. He wasn't just one colour; he was many colours. He could play classical, rock, blues. He would incorporate that all into one song. He was like a bird, you know, flying and all kind of. And he was with me for a couple of years, but he was a very, very good, talented guy.
Geezer, Ronnie James Dio.
Well, he was a great singer. Loved his fans more than anybody I've ever known, and he, you know, took on a big thing to come made to carry on as Black Sabbath by the record company, and he did a great job. He's sadly missed.
To everybody. Now, talking about produced with Rick Rubin. That Rick Rubin is such a great producer. How was the connection between you and him? It was hard?
No, it was good. Once we figured out what he was talking about, He sort of sat us down. We played him like all these riffs of Tony's, and he sort of didn't really listen to it, or he just sat us down with the first album. Played the first album. I think it's the first time the four of us had actually sat down together and listened to the first album since we recorded it as a band. And he just realised that how unheavy metal we were, you know, and it's to go back to the blues roots kind of thing.
Now, talking about the festival, the Ozfest festival, I know it's gonna be in Japan. Do you have any plans to probably did an Ozfest in Latin America?
I haven't. You better talk to my wife. I don't know. She does it all.
So, well,
I'd love to. I mean, I'd love to bring it down there, but my wife does all that, and my son.
Now, Geezer, if at some point somebody make a movie about Black Sabbath, which concert has to be on the movie?
Which concert?
Yeah.
Probably the one in Birmingham that we did last year. We did this homecoming show, and it's just like a 2,000 little club in Birmingham, and the atmosphere is absolutely incredible.
For you,
I like the Download Festival. That period of time with Terry was at the club, and the Download Festival afterwards, which was great because it'd been raining hard for 3 days, and I was thinking about pulling the show. And it was like they had like a walk-up, there was like 100,000 people through there. And it was just, the magic was there. Sometimes when I go on stage, I can feel the magic, and that was one of the nights. And the two of the club tables over there, and also the Download was great.
Now, for your shows in Mexico, Megadeth is gonna be the open act. Tell us a little bit.
I don't know anything about them.
About Megadeth at all.
So
you didn't choose?
I've met Dave Mustaine a few times.
Mustaine, yeah.
Is it Mustaine or Sustaine? One of them.
Mustaine.
I've met him a couple of times, but I don't really know much about him.
Is there any new band that you're putting your attention on?
Not really. I like whatever they're called. Mastodon. I like that.
Oh, Mastodon is really aggressive. It's really good. Do you have plans to release another Ozzy Osbourne album?
I hope so. I still got a 3-album deal with my company, my record company. I don't know. I mean, my wife said to me, "When are you going to start doing? When do you think you'll be ready to do another Ozzy album?" I said, "Do I look like a fucking jukebox?" I said, "I haven't seen. We just recently saw the album cover. We're the last two to get the album. We haven't really put it out yet." But I mean, the way I look at it, right now at this moment, I'm with Black Sabbath, and I don't know what tomorrow may bring. Maybe so, maybe not. I don't know. We may do another Black Sabbath album. I don't know. So it's taken us all this time to get 13 done. So I hope something will be coming out.
Now, the last question. I know that you're a big Aston Villa fan from football. What could be your best memory that you have around Aston Villa game?
When they won the 1957 Cup final.
Where were you when you watched?
I was in Aston. That's where
You were in stadium?
No, it was in Wembley. I couldn't afford to go to.
Oh, okay.
But we bought. That was my dad bought a TV just so that we could watch the Cup final. And he spent the next 10 years paying it off.
Awesome. Are you a fan of sports?
I'm not an avid fan of Terry either, but if I do support a team, it's Aston Villa. I don't really keep tabs on it. You know if they won or lost because he'll come down pissed off or happy.
Okay, the last question. Anything you want to say to all of your fans, not just in Mexico, but in Latin America, they are expecting and they are really enjoying what they listen with this 13 album?
Yeah, have a mucho gusto.
I hope you enjoyed the album. I hope you're not disappointed with all the time you waited. Thank you for waiting. We did our best. Love you.
Ay, pues ya lo vieron, hermanos, grande entre los grandes. Señorones, dentro del heavy metal estamos hablando de Black Sabbath. Vamos a continuar con más, no le cambien, estás aquí en Telehit.